11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you are tuning in, ask yourself why. My guess is you don't have an answer. But we're going to try and scratch that itch and see if we can give you a couple reasons to keep tuning in. It is going to be a good show. Why? Because my bags are in the green. Does that mean I'm a smart trader? No. It means everybody's bags are in the green. So this is super exciting. Holy moly. From NFTs to crypto, there is some shit we are going to get into. Give me about 2 minutes and 2 seconds. We're gonna hear some shit as I get ready. And so one of the songs that I play a lot of, it is a song for the Fukuhedrons that I put together when they first came out. The Fukuhedrons are part of the Nakamigos collection. Tonight, Beeple had his second annual CryptoPunks party, and he made a pretty amazing announcement about the Nakamigos. That is a collection on Ethereum. If you think about things, the Nakamigos are also responsible for the Fukuhedrons on Bitcoin. I think the Nakamigos are pumping at the moment. I don't know if the Fukuhedrons are equally pumping at the moment, but if you think it forward, if Nakamigos is what they say it is, Fukuhedrons will have some value that people have not yet realized yet. Are you playing the game? What are you tuning into? Before we get into all the shit, I want you to go to OpenSea or Magic Eden and look at the Nakamigos floor price today. Then their other collection, the Fukuhedrons on Bitcoin, look at that floor price. Now we are going to get into all the shit in 2 minutes, probably more than that, but here we go. Boom.
Replicators in the side bus, when it fucking night. Replicators in the side bus, when it fucking night. Replicators in the side bus, in the side. Replicators in the side bus, in the side.
Yo, check it, I'm catching that wave. Fuku's the name, got the game on the stage. Fuku's on shine, watch them light up the night. Digital dreams, yeah, we taking flight. This ain't just art, it's a hustle, you see. Bitcoin's a brush, paying wealth digitally. Yeah, I'm stacking these tokens, making my move. In this new world, baby, watch how I groove. We in the cloud, it's a virtual space. Fuku's the future, setting the pace. With every drop, we rewrite the rules. The step back, we are kings, no fools.
Replicators in the side bus, when it ride bus. Yeah, like nobody else other than us in the side bus, in this ride bus.
Yo, check it, I'm stacking these blocks. Fuku's and them is taking over the clock. Superhedron shining, they got that glow. In the crypto hustle, we steal the show. Digital walk, yeah, we making it real. Every NFT drop is a part of the deal. Bitcoin thing, watch it rise like the sun. Fuku's a movement and we ain't done. Virtual garage, we flaunt our style. Superhedron's on display, come and stay for a while. This ain't just money, it's a cultural shift. Get on our level, come and take a lift.
All right. Listen, you guys, I'm telling you. Take a moment. We got one more song. Go to Magic Eden and look up Bitcoin Fukuhedrons. Look up Ethereum Nakamigos. We're going to get into the news that is percolating, and it could be fucking big news, big news, big news. All right, that's just a lot of happy shit. We might just have to get into all the things. How's everybody doing? I appreciate you tuning in. It is Saturday night. I used to fucking do podcasts a couple times a day on a couple different shows, blah, blah, blah. I have been working my ass off making art. And I want to get into all that, but I'm not going to get into it right now. There's going to be a time and a place for that. But I have been busting my ass because I think today is August 9th. Saturday, August 9th. I think maybe the 15th of August, I leave where I am and I go to the desert. And I will be in the desert until, I don't know, September 8th or 9th. I don't know when I get out of there. But I am going to an event called Burning Man. And I am not only going, I am going with an enormous crew of people. And we are bringing an absolutely magical piece to the playa, which is the desert location that Burning Man resides at. The workload has been crazy, like over 100 hours a week. And we finished today, like today. So we have a community of about 300 people that have been loading the vehicles, just getting everything ready to go on our strike mission. And when I say strike mission, we are going to this event. We take 12 18-wheeler vehicles packed to the brim with art, electronics, tech gear, nerd shit, all kinds of stuff. But think about the operation of 12 18-wheelers and all of the things that need to happen for those vehicles to arrive at the same time, filled with all of the things that we need to put together on site in one of the most miserable locations on the planet. This is why nobody goes to Burning Man. At the end of August, the end of summer, before shit really turns up, in crypto we call it Uptober, but before shit really picks up, before work life kicks off and before winter comes and all these things, most people want to spend the end of their summer absolutely relaxing. If you decide to go to Burning Man for your vacation, it is nothing like relaxing. You are going to a remote location that is inhospitable, basically for all intensive purposes. What does that mean? It means there are no insects, there are no bugs, there is no life in this zone at this time of year because it is so wicked. But that is not a bug, it's a feature. It keeps people at bay. You have to be a true seeker to venture out onto that desert wasteland. And if you are in crypto, if you are in tech, if you are an artist and you do not have Burning Man on your bucket list, you are making an absolute mistake. The connections that you will make at that event will surpass any university, any grad school, any marketing event, any social platform you have ever been on. It will all happen in the span of 1 week. The movers of tomorrow are figuring out what direction they want to go at Burning Man. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me, it's true. It is the most magical event on the planet. It is an enormous amount of work. I'm at the point where every time I go, I say I'm never going again because it is so much work. But when you get to where you're going and you put in the work and you build what you set out to build, the feedback loop that you get from the other participants at Burning Man is so fantastical. it will change your life. You put work in and you see people's faces light up with what you've done. And that energy loop is fucking amazing. And it sounds crazy, but it is absolutely amazing. And I know no other place on the planet where you can go and not only learn about yourself, learn about community, get involved with self-discovery, but also have the opportunity to meet some of the most amazing people on the planet. I think it was 2010 or 11. I was hanging out with one of the founders of Ethereum before Ethereum was Ethereum. And we were just hanging out in the desert, talking about all the things. It is a magical place. If you go to these crypto events, they're great. They're fun. Fuck that shit. Go grab life by the balls. And you do that at Burning Man. It is experiential and it is not a standby event. It is a get involved, kick up some dust, see what happens, and it will change your life. I promise you. Please put it on your bucket list. All right, we should fucking get into some news because there's a lot of shit going on that I want to get into. Holy shit, what a day, what a day. Okay, so we are going to start by what time and day is it? It is Saturday, August 9th. We are bringing chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. Welcome to Rare Bits. The crypto market is in absolute full fucking throttle. 200 billion was added in the last several days to the overall crypto market cap. We are over. This is fucking staggering. The crypto market is now over $4 trillion. I read a post that Harvard posted about Bitcoin. I think it was in 2011, stating that Bitcoin has a better chance of going to $100 than $100,000. And that post was seconded by a purchase note from Harvard saying that they purchased Bitcoin at $113,000 to the tune of millions. You get Bitcoin at the price you deserve to get Bitcoin. Are you dialing into this narrative? Are you playing the game? And then it's fucking interesting. Like the big game's Bitcoin. The other game is the altcoin game. And my thesis forever was that altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin in the short term. I was going to figure out a smart position to get out of my altcoins because I believe they were going to go more parabolic than Bitcoin. And at some smart time in the future, I was going to take all of my proceeds and roll them into Bitcoin when I saw a Bitcoin red candle. That narrative may actually play out. I was grossly wrong in the time that it took to play out. The altcoin stuff is still really interesting. I'm a fucking huge Pengu fan at the moment. Not at the moment. I mean, since it came out. But the more I think about mindshare and memes, the more I think about Pengu. Why do I say that? Because I heard a podcast with Luca Netz, and a couple things resonated with me. One was he wants the standard pudgy penguin, blue penguin face to become synonymous with the word crypto. Overarching, like if you think if CNN or Fox says crypto, they're going to show a penguin. And everybody's going to know, oh, they're talking about digital assets. Interesting. Lofty goal, maybe, but a North Star to move and navigate toward, yes. And Luca is young enough where that North Star, so many things could happen along that path. But what an awesome trajectory to set out for, to have the Penguin be the face of crypto. The next thing I find really interesting with the Pengu token and Luca Nets and watching them inebriate the social scene with penguins and fucking just cute, pudgy penguin shit. Part of that is the GIF game and Instagram and all this shit that you need to do and pump out content relentlessly. One of the things that I think is really interesting is in all of the penguin GIFs and shit that comes out, there's like this watermark that says Pengu. And you don't really see it, you don't notice it, which is even better because everybody that likes, sees, and shares these GIFs also kind of sees it, kind of doesn't, but it's getting imprinted in their schnoggin. And once it's imprinted in the schnoggin, somebody in the Matrix platform, all they have to do is push the button and we are activated to do as they wish. And Luca wants us to buy pudgy penguins and he wants everybody to waddle. So that's what we're going to do in the short term. So I'm super excited about that. It's awesome seeing the crypto market just fucking go up, up, up. I feel fucking horrendous for all of the Solana. I'm a Solana MFer too, but I do not short Ethereum. I don't long and short anything. I'm just a spot trader. I like the vibe where we're at. I don't need to add more hot sauce to the potion. I'm in full motion. But the people that got liquidated shorting ETH recently, holy fuck nut. It's crazy. Ethereum has not been priced this high in about 3.5 years. Vitalik Buterin has just crossed back into the billionaire status. We have DOGE Link hype. They are up. ENA is up 20%. It's called a moonshot. Do you believe in it? I don't. The Altseason chatter, it's here. We are just about to really have it go from whispers to just screaming. It is altcoin season, but the technical analysis may tell a different story, and we're going to check in on that in a minute. And on the culture side of things, what do I mean by culture? I mean NFTs. We have Beeple. Okay, so this is what happened. I heard yesterday that there was a possible announcement coming about Nakamigos today, Saturday, August 9th. And if you do a little research, what happened today? Beeple had his second annual CryptoPunks meeting. And apparently it's a huge party. Lots of people go. It is the place to go, to be seen, and just be in the mix of things. Supposedly tonight, there was an announcement that the Nakamigos collection, which is 20,000 NFTs, it was released several years ago. It was, in fact, the version 0 of CryptoPunks, which by all intents and purposes is considered the first legitimate blue chip NFT collection, period. Now, this gets interesting. If Nakamigos, which is 20,000 pieces, is the version 0, and rumor is starting to speculate that they took those 20,000 assets and shrunk them down into the CryptoPunks collection. If you look at the two side by side, you will see so many similarities. And these similarities aren't because you only have so many pixels to work with. These similarities are because the artistry is identical. Now, if CryptoPunks, let's say they're trading above 200,000 US dollars floor price, the Nakamigos yesterday when I started hearing this rumor floating around about this Nakamigos announcement, I think the floor was about 0.17. And I didn't like anything on the floor, so I think I purchased something at 0.25. Today, we're going to check in on the floor. I think the floor is probably 0.35. So I didn't even buy the floor. I bought well up into the mids. Now my mid price is already, the floors are above that. So we're going to check in on that. So how do we speculate about this, right? Do the CryptoPunks, does that price come down? I don't think it does. I think it's got its place in history, but the Nakamigos collection gets really interesting. If that was the starter series for the CryptoPunks, now it's got this provenance, though it's not on chain. This provenance is spectacular. And art collectors, nerds love this shit. Is an Easter egg beyond Easter eggs. Now, the other thing, we're going to check on charts and all that shit in a minute. But even before we do that, what we're going to do is let's do this. Nakamigos, the originator is Hypho Labs. Nobody knows who Hypho Labs is. Hypho Labs also released Fukuhedrons on Bitcoin, a spectacular 3D pixel collection. It's fucking spectacular. The best on Bitcoin, period, I think. When that came out, there was this crazy buzz, and it went up and it went down, like all the shit on Bitcoin does. Well, we're not going to scratch that rock right now. But the Fukuhedrons by Hypho Labs and or Nakamigos, it just never, like, it's been this redheaded stepchild that's just kind of fucking cruised in the ether. I shouldn't say ether because it's on Bitcoin, but it just, I don't know, it just kind of rode silent. And what's interesting is I think for the last year and a half, I've been in a Fukuhedron and Nakamigo chat. And these chats are on Crypto X. And if you have one of these PFPs, sometimes you'll get invited or just automatically put into this chat group. And all people do is talk about the asset they love. The Nakamigos group, I think they get capped at like 200 or 205 people. Anyway, this is 200 people for the last year and a half. All they do is talk about their love for this collection. It has been fueled by Beeple consistently including different Nakamigos in his everyday art pieces. No rhyme or reason as to why, but speculation has been afoot, and it's been awesome. Was tonight the night where the speculation ended and people are going to fess up and we are going to get a full fucking Reddit report on how this shit went down, who the artists are, what's happened? It's fucking awesome. It's awesome. And it has the potential to turn shit upside down. Now, keep in mind, this is the fucking crypto space. This also has the potential just to be a fucking shit show. We were fucking around because we were drunk and felt like it. So, like, be cautious with this shit. But if you looked at the Nakamigos floor price when I started the podcast and the Fukuhedrons floor price when I started the podcast, answer this question. Has the floor gone up or down? And has it gone up or down a lot? Like, it's NFT land. It's fucking Saturday night, August 9th. We should be dead. There should be it's fucking the middle of summer, the end of summer. Nobody's doing NFTs. If this shit is ripping now, at this moment in time, that alone is a signal that you need to listen to. It is signal. It is not noise. Now, we're going to get into the chapter 2 of this, which is developed really quickly. So Apparently, Beeple has decided to stir the pot, saying that if Nakamigos reach a 1 ETH floor price, something is going to drop. We're going to check it on the floor prices in a minute. But when I purchased my most recent Nakamigo, the floor price was 0.17 Ethereum. And that was yesterday. And I'll even No, I'm not going to get into how or why I did it, but let's just say we want Nakamigos to hit 1 ETH. Now, the same crew that put Pixel Punk, they have is it all connected? Have they just created the absolute best digital mystery box that we've seen? Like this is fucking getting really interesting. CryptoPunks version 0. Now, okay, so let's just nerd out for half a sec before we get into shit. And I'm just nerding out off the cuff of my head. But so we've got Nakamigos. Let's say they're CryptoPunks version 0. CryptoPunks V1, the fuck up, right? Those are so far undervalued in comparison to the CryptoPunks that are now legit. Fukahedrons, Nakamigos, CryptoPunks, and CryptoPunks V1. That's a lot of shit. But if these artists are who they say they are by no means done. They have the ability to create a shitstorm. Is this something you want to get in on now and just wait? I don't think anything happening with Fukahedrons, Nakamigos, cloaks, any of this stuff is a quick flip. Let me put that out right now. I do not think you could. I don't think this is a buy now, sell next week. I think this is a buy and wait. Because I want it to go up. But because I know the crypto space, that buy and wait could also fuck you in the ass and you could get shit showed and end up with a big fat 0. That's the game. And the game is afoot. And I have no idea what that means. None. I think it means the game's going. And fucking it is absolutely going. Okay, top market movers. ETH is blasting higher. We saw it hit 4,200. We're going to check it on the numbers in a minute. Bitcoin cools at $117,000. We have Caitlin Long versus Trump EO. Custodio Bank founder warns Trump's new debanking order is financial overreach in one signature. You know what? It's really interesting. I wasn't an all-time fan of Trump. I became a fan of Trump with his digital narrative and crypto prowess. Because I think that is so important to where we're going future forward. His decision on making crypto important to the United States makes me overlook some of his other, what some would consider, shortcomings. Crypto is the most important thing we have going on at this moment in time. The more people that are educated and understand it, the better the narrative becomes, and the better we're able to onboard people to what is about to change the planet. The Democratic Party had no interest in any of that narrative, unfortunately. For the next 4 years, Donald Trump was the ticket, and he will deliver in spades. The brilliant thing is, when the next election comes up, both candidates, I don't care what side you're on, if you are not crypto native, crypto savvy, your party is not going to be on the winning podium ever. That's how quickly shit is changing. So If you're not a fan of Trump, look at it like we had to endure this to get the crypto ball moving, and it is moving. It will never stop now. I don't care what party you're from, you are going to be the crypto party moving forward, or you're going to be a no party, period. So all of this stuff that we're hearing about Trump's overreach and oversight and one signature, Swifty changing everything, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You're bringing crypto to the people. You deserve my praise. And that is what we're doing. Now, Beeple Nakamigos, we got into that a bit. You know what? Let's just check in on the numbers right now. You know what? Let's do it. And I want to do this even before I check in on the number. I want to, and when I say numbers, normally I check in with the crypto shit, right? I want to check in on the NFT shit because this is the fun nerd shit. So, you know what? Let's look at the heat map. Okay, we looked at the heat map. Okay, let's get into fun shit now. Okay, how do I want to start this off? You know what? We're gonna build it up. We're gonna percolate. Crypto heat map. It's a mixture. Fucking Ethereum, $4,200. So a couple narratives that have been in my head. I posted, will Ethereum reach 4,000 before Solana hits 200? And the answer was yes. I was actually voting for Solana, but poof, there it is. Man, what a nice little heat map to look at. Crypto greed and fear index is coming in at a 69. Two things are important here. One, we're up 2 degrees from yesterday. Now, this is what I want everybody to think about. Crypto is a cycle machine. Everything moves in cycles. I don't give a shit. This is the break of the cycle. This is the next 3 years are like nothing you have ever experienced in your life. I think the next 3 years will be anybody's biggest opportunity for wealth generation on the planet. I don't think the opportunities have ever been bigger for somebody with zero money to, in the next 3 years, become a millionaire. I also believe in the 4th year, it will become near impossible to find this kind of wealth. You have to put your ear to the tracks absolutely this moment in time. The next 3 years can change your life. Don't go to university, quit school, put your ear to the tracks and learn what is happening in the financial world. You have the opportunity to change you and your family's life forever. If you miss this opportunity, if I think future forward, I don't think we get another opportunity like this until we go interplanetary. Meaning, I don't know if we're going to Mars. I don't know if we're going to go under the ocean, to the moon, wherever the fuck we go. We're entering this zone where we're tapped out for the next minute. What's going to happen in the next minute? We're seeing the metaverse, Web3, AI technology, all of these things, and crypto. These things would normally go off on their own rails. For the next 3 years, these things are going to become one ball of motion driven by artificial intelligence. It doesn't want physical anything. It wants digital everything. That means currency, assets. It only thinks digital. It will be your MapQuest, your Google Maps moving forward. Have you ever put in an address in Google Maps and it gives you the output and you think, wow, I don't normally go that way, but it says the traffic is better this way, you're going to save time, and you decide to go? That moment when you decided to leave your intuition and trust Google Maps is no different than what's about to happen. But it is about to happen on a scale so big, I don't think we fully comprehend how big it's going to be. this turning over of our direction to AI, it's fucking scary. Cars aren't gonna have steering wheels anymore. Teslas, auto drivers, we're already doing it. Free will. The monetary system, think about it. It's not physical. It's fucking gold minerals. Are you kidding me? Get digital, get now. This is the last chance that you're going to have to do this. I'm old as fuck. I watched the cell phone come out. I watched the internet come out. These bubbles, these things that I thought were amazing and cool. Nothing in my lifetime has been as amazing and cool as what I think is about to happen in the next 3 to 5 years because of crypto, the metaverse, and artificial intelligence, all interwoven together. And if you're fucking new to the planet, meaning 22, 23, 24, you have fucking no idea what the fuck's going on. The change that is about to happen, you won't know it's happened till it's done. And you'll be like, wow, shit's really different now. Life sucks. Man, I missed it. Don't miss it. Don't fuck this up. The historical crypto greed and fear index tells a story. We're moving up out of neutrality into greed, into extreme greed. That means people are getting the message. It is August 9th. We should be fucking in fear mode. We should be at like 45, 43 per the course. Like that's where we are in August. Everybody's tapped out. Not only are people tuned in, tapped in, we have these rallies where the crypto market rallies and NFTs don't really rally. They rally later. We're in this market now where the market's rallying. NFTs, everything's, if it's digital, it's rallying. And let me throw this fucking crazy tidbit thing out. Think about this. So in the NFT land, right, I've always speculated that, I don't know, the NFTs would find value through, let's say, Bored Apes, CryptoPunks, whatever it is. Let's say you own a CryptoPunk and you get married, have a kid, or you and your partner adopt. I don't give a fuck what you do. You decide you want to pass down your digital asset, your CryptoPunk, your Bored Ape. When I was 15, right, the biggest fucking thing in the whole world was to get your driver's license. When you turned 16, you went to the DMV, you fucking took your test and you could drive and your parents let you leave the house with their car. That was freedom. That shit's gone. Never again. Kids are going to turn 16 and they're not going to ever get a driver's license. Never. AI's driving for them already. Right? Already. So then I started thinking about digital assets. Let's say you're in high school, you're 15, you're turning 16. I don't know. I don't even know what it's going to look like future forward, but maybe the fucking senior prom dance has got a digital aspect to it. And it doesn't matter what car you drive. You're not driving the car yourself. You didn't get a hand-me-down Mustang from 1965 from your pops to go drive and be the only 16-year-old within 500 miles that has a car that cool. But in the digital world, if this prom future forward has got a digital aspect, let's say your pops gives you his Bored Ape to rock for the night, and your digital persona on the dance floor is some Bored Ape from 2021. And all of a sudden, that's the new bling. I don't even know how it fucking works. I just know there's something coming with these digital assets. And when we see Beeple add lore to this story and just kind of put salt and pepper on the dish that maybe seemed bland to many, now it all of a sudden becomes palatable because it's got some taste and some flavor in it. And now maybe I want a second bite to see if I actually do like it. So we are on the precipice of all of this discovery happening, not only for the world regarding crypto, but the collector nerd world really discovering digital assets. And we are so fucking early to that, which makes me happy, except for the fact that I might be dead before it actually happens. Bitcoin dominance coming in at 59.36, Ethereum dominance 12.88%. When I was bitching about Ethereum, saying it was going to $1,000, it was ringing the bell at about 9.39%. So Ethereum's come a long way. My question is this: does it continue? Is it the backbone? Is Solana the true competitor? Are Sui, Hyperliquid, are all these other things coming down the pike going to give Ethereum a run for the money? In short, the answer is 1,000%. We're even going to see people that you haven't even heard of yet give Ethereum a good run for the money. But the mind share, the market share, they are capturing it. And if Ethereum gets to all-time highs again in a short amount of time, that will give them this new grasp on everything, and it will solidify their journey moving forward in not only there's full, you guys don't care. The internet went out for a second because the laser people are nerds and they take all the bandwidth. But we're back. Bitcoin trading at 117,000, Ethereum 4,228. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. XRP, I don't give a shit. I fucking hate XRP because I didn't buy it. I hate it. I might just, you know what? I might go on an XRP FUD campaign just because fuck. All right. I got that out. BNB 808. I told you MFers for the last 2 years, if you see BNB at 650, buy it. It has long-term trajectory. If you don't follow my podcast or my Substack, I will give you a TLDR like this. Binance is a juggernaut. CZ is brilliant. He got busted. He went and did time. As a convicted felon, he can no longer be the head of any sort of financial institution in the United States. This does not prevent him from currently leading and directing 11 different countries globally on their crypto initiatives and AI initiatives on how to move forward and gain wealth that they could not have gained otherwise without technology. So he is basically running crypto and AI for 11 different countries worldwide simultaneously, while also advising on Binance. But he can't do it on the board. He can't be a part of it because of his criminal past. Now, the minute Trump got elected and actually pardoned Ross, right? CZ put in his petition, please give me a pardon. Even though I've already served my time, I've done this shit. Give me that pardon. Clear my record, expunge it, remove my bad deeds from the record. Doesn't seem like a big deal. But if it happens, it gives him the ability to get back on the board at Binance and really become the mastermind and play chess like we've never seen it played before. So I think in my heart of hearts, I think that is what's coming down the pike. I think CZ gets reinstated into Binance within the next couple of years, and it just goes fucking parabolic. Solana trading at 181. We cannot get a break. We can't do it. Dogecoin, man, you know what? I'm just done. Hyperliquid. We're finally back in the green. It is up 40% in the week. Hyperliquid. I told my last Uber driver to buy Hyperliquid, and he said, really? I said, absolutely. If he did, he would be much wealthier than he was when I got in his Uber. Top meme coins by market cap. I'm looking through them. I don't give a shit. The only thing I want to talk about is Dogecoin and Pepe. Dogecoin has so many fucking wallets that hold that thing. Why is that important? Because if Bitcoin rips and runs, those Dogecoin people are not going to buy Bitcoin. They're going to double down on Dogecoin because they've been holding it for fucking ever. They are the best hodlers on planet Earth. That is my thought. Altcoin season, we are coming in at a 41, which we will take. Days since last altcoin season, 243 days since we just had altcoins ripping faces off. We are moving back toward that time. I don't think it happens till mid-September or early October, which is what we call in the crypto space as Uptober. Okay, we did it. We're getting into NFTs. Fucking finally. Jeez Louise. And, okay, so the heat map. Fuck, a Zook. Okay, so, holy fuck. God damn. So yesterday, this is definitely not right. This is definitely not. If it's right, I'm going to shit a brick. So, yes, I think yesterday I wanted, I don't know. I've been on the fence between a mutant ape, a little pudgy, and an Azuki. And I don't know, for like the past 2 weeks, I just look at these collections every single day, and I see ones that I love, and I just let it sit for a bit. And when you're trying to buy assets like this, and ETH hadn't started ripping yet, right? Like, the good trade is buying when nobody's doing it. It's not buying when it's green. It's not buying like Nakamigos is an example. If it runs above 1 ETH, yes, buying a Nakamigo at 0.3 is a great deal. If it peters out, you got burned, like many of us do. You bought a green candle instead of a red candle. The smart move was buying Nakamigos for the past year and a half when it was red candles. And that community is wicked strong. Those are the Giga Chads, the guys who just doubled down on that shit. I know somebody who holds 127 Nakamigos. If these things go parabolic, holy moly, what a Chad that guy is. What a Chad. Anyway, buying the red is what it's about. So I was thinking, do I want a little pudgy? Do I want a mutant ape? Or do I want an Azuki? All amazing communities. Azuki apparently has some sort of collab announcement coming up in the next couple of days. Does it send it parabolic? I started thinking about it. What collab would send Azuki higher than it is? I saw something on the timeline. Maybe it was a watch collab. I don't even care. Like, what? I saw. Okay, I don't give a fuck who you collab with. I mean, was it Louis? I mean, if it was big, possibly. But then I was just like, I want good art. So I found an Azuki that I loved, and I looked at it for 3 or 4 days. And when I got in a position to make the Azuki purchase, 20 minutes before I got paid, the NFT that I had been looking at for the past 6 days, somebody bought it. And I was like, fucker. But that's how it happens, right? That's it. And so to me, like, I was like, okay, I'm not going to get an Azuki. I looked at the mutant apes, and I looked at the little pudgies. And the Bored Ape community, I believe, is the best NFT community on the planet. But what does that mean? It means they're OGs. But it doesn't mean that community, they're so OG that, okay, like it's worn off. This ape follow ape still a thing? Like, it's worn off. Like, you're not going to get into that community and everybody's going to be like, welcome, fam. Just, it's, like you're the new kid on the block buying into this shit. Like, you're the new investor. Like, they don't have time for your shit. But the little pudgies and the pudgy penguins, I just think Luca, when I think about motion, momentum, mind share, moving forward, it just seemed like pudgies was a smart bet. So I picked up a little pudgy the other day. And the Coin 360 heat map says I made a terrible choice. But I don't think I did, because this map is absolutely wrong. Absolutely. We're going to find out why. I am not going to sign up for this shit. This is what, we're going to look at prices in a sec, but NFT trade volume by chain, everything's happening. It just means we're going up again. We're back. Now, Ethereum, there was this awesome time where Solana overtook Ethereum in NFT sales just like a colossal way. That has changed. And let me talk about this too. So when I was thinking about this most recent NFT purchase, I wanted an Azuki, a mutant ape, a little pudgy, or a Mad Lads. And like I started, I've been going back and forth with these collections for the last couple of weeks, looking and does anything resonate? Does anything hit? And to my point earlier, you should buy in the red. Maybe the Mad Lads. Let's say you're going to spend $6,000 on an NFT. Maybe the Mad Lads, because there is no noise around anything on Solana right now. Maybe that's the choice. Backpack, Armani and Backpack, the founders of Mad Lads, they're kicking up all kinds of shit. But it's just going under the radar because everybody's kicking up shit. Technology is getting good for everybody really fast because of AI. These innovative ideas are going to be a dime a dozen in 2 years. Like, fucking, I don't care. Give me an innovative idea on how I can stay on the couch and get paid and do nothing. Now I'm interested. Other than that, it's going to be a weird next couple of years, I think. But just seeing Ethereum absolutely rip is really amazing. And just so you guys know, let's check in on the CryptoPunks. I'm not going to do it on this platform. CryptoPunks, they have been selling. CryptoPunks, they're selling for $279,000, $252,000, $240,000, $229,000 for an NFT. The floor price currently for a CryptoPunk is $232,000. The floor is only up 1.5%. Now, we are now looking at Magic Eden's, let's say, top 10. Let's go down. Bored Ape, they're up 11% today. Pudgy Penguins, they're up 3% today. Pretty good day. Azuki, didn't buy one yesterday. They're up 18%. Mutant Ape, 12%. Didn't buy one yesterday. Nakamigos, I bought one of those yesterday. That's up 111%. When I looked at the collection, it was trading at 0.17. It's now 0.39. Do you think Nakamigos runs to 1 ETH in the next 24 hours? My bet is yes. We've had 1,490 sales. All of these sales have been since the Beeple announcement at his party, which was hours ago. This type of movement, this is not noise. This is signal. If you are looking at the Nakamigos on Magic Eden, look at the chart. Do I think you are top blasting Nakamigos if you buy in at 0.4? I do not. I think you just need to sit and wait. Is it a risk? Fuck yes. So is gambling and playing roulette and getting in your car and driving. Does this fucking seem like fun? Yes. And if you pick up a Nakamigos, I don't care if you're doing it so you can double your money or whatever the fuck you're trying to do. This is where it gets interesting, right? This is a play. This is a money play. You want to make money, buy a Nakamigo and wait, see what happens. Now, investments, all these things are great fun. Buy a Nakamigos and put it as your PFP on X and say, hey, I'm in Nakamigos. Everybody's a Nakamigo. Post that and see what kind of reaction you get. And you all of a sudden will understand what a crypto community, what an NFT community is and can be. Community is a value proposition to anybody. Think of this future forward. Companies, everybody's looking at this space. If we figure this out, when companies understand that meme coins create community and that community has a value that is transferable, they're going to figure out how to make money on it. They don't understand this realm yet. That's how fucking early we are. Man, if Nakamigos runs, I'm going to be super stoked. So, little pudgies. This is what I bought yesterday. Only up 4%. Ozukis are up 18%. So, Ozukis have a fucking announcement coming, some collab coming. I don't know what it is. Little pudgies. I told you, fucking the Azuki I wanted, somebody bought it. And yeah, it was also 2.5 Ethereum, and I didn't have that. So yesterday, for the past couple of days, I've been looking at this NFT, and it was 2.5 ETH, and I didn't have it. I didn't want to spend that much on an NFT. My ceiling was lower, and I didn't want to, like, you need rules sometimes. 2.5 ETH seemed like too much, but now I wish I did. Anyway, Mutant Apes, didn't do that. They're up 12%. Little pudgies, I did that. Little pudgies are fucking cute. Luca Nets, he's doing some shit. Let me know what your thoughts are. Where do you think things are going to go? This is the other thing I think you guys should be looking at. CryptoPunks V1. This is interesting. Like, we're going to see these runs off of this Beeple announcement, up 34%. Cool Cats, this is interesting. So Cool Cats just had an announcement. They're doing stuff with Mochaverse. And I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know. It's interesting. Animoca brands, like there was a period in time where an announcement with these two collabing would have sent both assets just on fire. Now people just don't give a shit. But this Beeple announcement with Nakamigos being CryptoPunks V0, that's some signal. I think it is. I really do. Man, it's crazy to see. The other thing that I've been looking at, okay, you know what? We're just going to stick on Ethereum. So CloneX. So the other day I bought a CloneX. And again, it was like, okay, here's another example. I don't know if this was rumor mill or not, but there's a couple rumors that have been floating around. So Takashi Murakami, the artist that is involved with Artifact and CloneX, and he does a bunch of other stuff. I don't know if this was news flow or some retard decided to parse this string together, but the outflow, in short, was, is CloneX going to be revitalized through Takashi Murakami? And is the lifeblood of that revitalization going to be Louis Vuitton? And and then there were a couple of other weird things that happened from Wizard of Soho, just some other people making comments about CloneX on the timeline, and the price moved. It could have been one of those things where it was just fucking smoke sauce and it ran up, people sold into it, and all the people that top blasted are now pissed. Now we look at this Nakamigos, CryptoPunks, Fukuhedrons thing. I feel like this is one of these weird pieces of news that just came out today, and it's Saturday night. It's Saturday night in fucking August. Like, nobody's tuned in, which is the absolute best time to run with one of these types of ringers. And did we just have a ringer come down the pike? I think so. If I had more ETH, I would buy more Nakamigos right now. I really would. Because I don't know if it's for sure or not, I'm not going to sell other things that I have to buy this. I'm not going to buy the green candle. I bought yesterday because I heard something may happen. So I bought a red candle, and I'm going to hold. If you're new to this whole Nakamigos thing and you have some risk appetite, I think this is a smart play. And I think it's a really smart play if you find a Nakamigo that you resonate with. Meaning, make an investment, but make an investment where you like the art. And if you like the art, use it as your PFP and go fuck around on X and see what community means. Because these Nakamigo MFers are awesome. And the group chat that I've been in with Fukuhedrons and Nakamigos for the past whatever is awesome. These guys are lovers of these collections. And that community, that value, we are going to see it be transferred into other things very soon. And the other thing I want to say is another collection that I bought into recently was No Bad Trippers. And there is a private group chat for the No Bad Trippers, meaning if you have one of these assets and you, I don't know, get on the radar, they'll invite you and they just put you in this chat. There's 203. I think it maxes out at 203, whatever. There's like 200 people in this chat. And the No Bad Trippers chat is awesome. It's one of the best chats I'm in. It reminds me of what the Nakamigos chat was like for the past year and a half. Now, the Nakamigos got, if this fanfare shit with CryptoPunks is real and all this stuff, it makes the past year and a half really special. But being in a chat with collectors who don't give a fuck about the floor price, and when the market dips and the floor price goes down, the holders in the chat don't say, fuck, why is the floor dipping? They say, I'm sniping. I'm buying this red candle. Buy the red candle, Grasshopper. Buy the red candle. And fucking go to Burning Man. Put Burning Man on your list. I don't know what the fuck you people are doing if Burning Man is not on your list. And I just talk about this real quick. We have Rekt down 9.5% on the day. Terra Classic, I don't give a shit. There's some zombies stable sliding that's going on. Fuck Terra Classic. Troll, it's down. Troll, people are talking about this on TikTok. It might be one of these things that people get into and make mad amounts of money. It's also got these weird signs of like overhyped, I don't know, bad players. Like it just seems like market manipulation. I have not gotten into Troll. I'm staying away from it for the moment, but that could be a mistake. Pump.fun, it's down at the moment. Pump.fun. I want the I want the pump token to succeed. Alon is going to be kicking up some stuff in the next couple days. I don't know if that means he promotes his pump token or he decides to allocate some of his billions of dollars back into some of the pump players. Alon has, if you go to Alon's page, he has told you which coins he likes on his platform. If he decides to deploy and just kick up dust, he will buy those coins that he has mentioned. It will be that simple. You don't have to rethink it. This is going to be an interesting week. Sunday, I have another build day tomorrow, but our build days are wrapping up because we almost have all of the trailers loaded. I have done all of the fabrication for the art car. The last thing that I have on my list, I am doing a new DJ booth, and it is a steel DJ booth. And the request was to have it be large enough and stable enough for two people to dance on it simultaneously while the DJ is playing, and have it be sturdy enough so it is still a thing of joy to work on. The metal, I got 2,300 pounds of metal in today, cut in some of the wildest shapes you have ever seen. I am still waiting for my final shipment, which is coming in from a laser cutting factory that I had to go to in Las Vegas. And they were having trouble getting some of my cuts done, but I believe it should be here on Monday. In any event, I've got a giant 11-foot DJ booth that I'm going to be constructing, and I am trying to do all of this before I go to the desert for 2 weeks to bring joy to a bunch of people. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish it all. Either way, I'm going to be tuning out and going to the desert. I will be gone for about 3 weeks in total, where I go offline, I stay offline, and I enjoy the space that I'm in. We're going to create magic for thousands of people. Oh, and let me tell you this. Fuck, I can't even tell you. I can tell you what we're working on. Supposedly, our next event will be for Halloween. I think it will be somewhere in San Francisco. And the DJ that I can't even tell you the DJ we're talking to right now, but it's one of the biggest on the planet, and it will be an awesome show if it happens in October. So we're trying to wrap that up now before we go out to the desert for Burning Man, which is coming up. Anyway, if you guys tuned in, I appreciate you. I feel like you should look at Nakamigos Fukuhedrons on Bitcoin. I think there's an interesting story. And if you've got GigaChad money, go look at Azuki. There's some crazy announcement coming out this week. And if you don't have GigaChad money, which many of us do not, instead of Azuki, go look at the Azuki Elementals. Just get into that ecosystem. They call it the garden. Get a bean, get an elemental, get an Azuki, get into the garden. All of these collections that are actually here and working. Bored Apes is one of them. At some point, all of these collections will come flush with what they're doing. And it'll make sense. I believe it will make sense. I remember trying to sell hosting services when I was designing websites. I would design websites for a company that was local. I'd put on a tie and I would drive to the company and I'd knock on the door and say, "Hey, can I pull up your computer?" The secretary would look at me like I'm an idiot. I'd say, "Okay, will you put in this address?" And then have her put in my server address with their name. And this company's homepage would pop up on my server. And I'd say, "Hey, listen, you're on the web. I would love to manage your server. I'll design your website, do all the services. Would you like to be," and we called it the World Wide Web back then. "Would you like to be on the World Wide Web?" And the secretary would look at me like I was crazy. She would say, "Get out of my office. We are advertising in the yellow pages. We don't need your help." So this was like, I don't know, 2001. I was selling digital services to big companies. I mean, we're talking doctors' offices, lawyers' offices. They did not want to have a website. I couldn't talk them into it. They wanted to remain in the phone book. And most of you probably don't know what a phone book is. It's this giant yellow book that used to hang in a payphone, and you probably don't know what that is. It's a booth that used to be on every single block that you would put a quarter into, and it would let you make a call for 11 minutes and then hang up on you because we didn't have digital, we didn't have anything. You would get to an area and you'd want a barber, a fucking flat tire repair, and you would look through the yellow pages till something caught your eye. I was involved with helping people get online and say, hey, would you like your business to have a website? I can get you catering.com today. Are you interested in having your catering business be online? Nope. We want to stay in the yellow pages. Thank you very much. This was 23 years ago. That is happening with crypto, NFTs, all of this shit right now. And it's so much bigger than what I saw before. So much bigger. It's going to happen so much faster. The rewards can be so much bigger, and it's going to evaporate into a void of nothingness. I don't know what comes after it. I really don't. Like, AI is going to run the show with a lot of shit. This, I don't know, like, think how trading has evolved over the last 5 years, 10 years. Where do we get now? Your AI is going to be your trading bot. And if it's like AI wars. If your AI is smarter than your buddy's AI, you're going to PvP better. I don't know what the gamer, I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know. I have no answers. I only do this shit and I have fucking more questions, which is really crazy. Why am I doing a show and coming up with more questions? Anyway, what I want to tell you guys, put Burning Man on your fucking bucket list or show up in a couple of days because it's going to be a magical party. I hope you guys enjoy your, what are we at? Sunday. We made it to Sunday. All right. We're just fucking moving days. We're fucking doing shit. We made it to Sunday. I appreciate you for turning the tide with me. We're going to run it again. And like, I have so much content to share about the shit I've been doing recently, but I got to keep it under wraps because we're, I don't know, NDA type shit. But I will share the stuff after we do it for this part. Next up, the next part, we're going to share stuff before we do it so you can get involved because the core, man, I'm kicking shit up. That's all I know how to do. So thank you guys. Stay out of trouble. Tune in tomorrow. Boom. You guys stay out of